I'm Jason from Comprehensive Coverings, the Flooring Gallery. I'll give you a little bit about me to start off with. I've been in the industry for quite a while now. Most of you have been in a flooring shop. You'd know about carpets and vinyls, but our company does a lot more than that. We do a lot of commercial works and problem floors. We won an award a couple of years ago for UK Flooring Contractor of the Year. Well, I had to stand there and have a silly picture taken. This is through one of the biggest manufacturers of screeds, adhesives and damp proofing. Which was that is a school floor that we did, which had more problems than what I really want to go through. And we still got it done in 1 week. So that was including importing stuff from Germany to get it done. The main thing I'm going to go through today is a project that we did, which is coming to the end, called Bastive House. This mat that we put in a couple of weeks ago in the entrance area. It's got carpet brushes and metal slats, so it will be there for probably a good 10 years. And each bar is individually fitted by us. Takes off all the moisture and all the dirt before you get onto the internal floors. This isn't a very good picture. I've got a couple more coming up. This is a carpet that I designed and had made for my customer. He couldn't choose the runner that he wanted, so I said, right, I'll make you one, because I was fed up trying to go through everything that's on the planet to do with runners. So I designed the border with him and got him to give me his logo, and had the logo set into, this is the half landing halfway up the stairs, and it runs all the way down. And I had it made by a British manufacturer, Axminster, on a loom that they built in the 1700s. So it's the oldest loom in the world. You don't get that from places like Carpet Rock. So, we needed something a bit special for this building. It's Reynolds Retreats, which is part of the Reynolds Group, who own a gym in Sittingbourne, up the road. And this is part of an £8 million refurbishment programme. It was a manor house that they built. That's just showing it from the other side of the landing. This is a laminate, made in Germany. It's got aluminium oxide in the sill, so it makes it almost indestructible. He originally came into the shop asking for a wood floor. And then when he told me what he wanted it for, I said, you don't want a real wood floor, you want something that's a lot harder. So this is the laminate. I cannot damage it if I try. So that is... This is, yeah, we'll make a shoot now a bit later. So, yeah, that is a very hard commercial product, and there's about 1,000 square metres of it in this. He had a budget which this obviously was cheaper than real wood, so it's 10 times harder than oak, and it's going to service its needs for a lot longer. I don't know if you can see these properly, but I'm just going to whiz through a few pictures just showing where we've put them. He's got a Michelin-starred restaurant. He's got a Michelin-starred chef, which are very few and far between, that's going in there with very posh meals. So again, he needed this sort of flooring to be able to service his needs there. It's quite a nice plush place. These are dirty-looking floors. I don't know if you can tell that from these pictures because they're so small and blurry. We was going to get Barry to go there and take some photographs for us, but they missed their deadline to open last week, which was really annoying. So I shot up there and took some photographs with the dodgiest, most useless camera going. This is one of their kitchens. They've got 2 kitchens for this chef. He's a bit greedy, especially as I'm a chef and I only ever dealt with 1 kitchen. This is a safety sheet that we put down, British made. and a British-made gully, so they can throw buckets of water on the floor and scrub all the grease and anything that gets on the floor down through the gully. The flooring is tanked up the walls by about 4 inches, so even if that got blocked up and the place started to flood, you'd have to have a hell of a lot of water to make any damage to the subfloor, and obviously save a fortune in insurance costs. So that's what we do in commercial kitchens. That's just another little hallway area of the kitchen. I'm going through these a bit fast because there's quite a few of them, and I didn't do a speech because I'm not very good at reading, so, I just thought I'd waffle on. That's part of the restaurant, again, as you can see. There's quite a few laminate pictures. I hope you like laminate. But I am quite pleased with the laminate. It's made by the trees that Haro grow themselves. They own forests in Germany, and they use every bit. And the pieces of wood that cannot be used are burnt in their furnace to fire a power station that also runs Rosenheim, the city, which is about the size of, or a little bit bigger than Sittingbourne. Just took that photograph there because it's got a couple of steps showing how we can make it all match with nosings. This is the main gym area, which Barry has seen. It's quite a large room, isn't it? They've got a lot of equipment there, a lot of money spent. It took us just under a week to lay that floor. It's got a lot of boxes inside, underneath all the machines inside the floor, so it took a lot of cutting in to get that done. We fully bonded the floor as well, because there's such big areas. You can't float engineered or laminate floor over 10 metres, and that is something like 25-30 metres long, I think it was. The difference you get is you get a more stable floor. In flooring shops, you get a lot of the cheap green or white thin underlay, which ends up giving you quite a normal, noisy floor. If you stick it or put a very good underlay down, you get a 60% quieter floor compared to the cheapest. So again, there's not a lot of flooring firms that will give you an option. They just sell the cheap rubbish. We like to give you a floor that you'd be proud of. This is a commercial carpet, stain resistant, bleach cleanable, almost indestructible again, with aluminium nosings setting off each step so that even someone that can't see very well will see the edge of the stairs and not fall down. Again, I've got a couple of pictures of that. British made again, and some more lovely laminate pictures. I do apologise if you can't see properly. We do bathrooms as well. We've got a nice little toilet and sink there, and we do stone floors and stone walls. So you've got travertine and marble and all the nice fancy stonework in this building as well. That's just another dirty carpet soon after we've laid it. More of that laminate, that's the same board over there. And this just goes on and on. These are pretty much all different rooms, so you could probably guess how big this building is and why it's cost £8 million, over £8 million now to renovate. We also did the roofing on it, as Charlie has said before. So we've pulled products all over the world from this. This area here is rubber sheet flooring. Usain Bolt trains on this rubber, which is imported from Australia. It took a few months for me to get that in. It's about 10 mil thick. I've got, if anyone wants to know about it, there's some samples there. It's quite an expensive item, but they need it because they have three-way areas here, so if anyone drops a dumbbell or anything, they won't damage the floor, they won't go through to downstairs either. There's just another picture of it. There's 2 rooms that we did with that. It was a lovely product. Yeah, that's the other room. So these bars here are very heavy, obviously for your. Obviously, I don't do it. So I'm too lazy. But I did help carry the rolls of rubber, which is probably heavier than everything that's in that room. Yes, there's a few pictures of Australian rubber. So you see British carpets, German laminates, Australian rubber. Now this floor here is a sprung sports floor. It's a wood floor, wood engineered floor. It's designed for and approved for American basketball. And you can also do ballet and gymnastics on it. The flooring is made in Switzerland, so I like to get that imported as well. And there's just a few pictures of that. I take it that's the 10 minutes up. Sorry. I think that was all of them anyway. There was only a couple of pictures there. So, is there any questions?
A couple of quick questions. Anyone?
Yeah.
Jamie. Yes.
Obviously, you know, it's like kids and all the rest of it in your own house, and sometimes, like you say, I mean, I've laid laminate in ours, and it wasn't the cheapest option, although I'm sure the quality of it's probably not that great for where we bought it from. No, it's rip you off, but obviously the commercial stuff you fit in large buildings like that, could that be adapted to be fitted into domestic?
Yes, I'm just about to put some in my house.
Right.
So I'm putting that board in my house. I've got an oldish 1920s house, and I'm going to have that on a decent underlay, so I get that instead of that.
Yeah, that's what. That's what. Could it be that laminate? Can that be installed on floating floorboards as long as obviously the work is done to those floating floorboards?
On a suspended floor with joists and like.
Yeah.
Yep, it can go straight over the top.
Yeah.
And the underlay gives you a bit of insulation as well as.
Yeah, it's soundproofing.
Anyone else?
Do you do is it mostly commercial, or do you do quite a bit of residential?
Everything. We've got a shop in Tenham, so we'll do your basic carpets, your cheaper ones, and your expensive Axminsters and Brinsons. We do everything there is to with flooring.
Cover the whole of Kent then?
And we cover Kent, yeah, and beyond. We have gone beyond. We've gone up into London and Surrey, and it depends on the project. If it's big enough, we'll go anywhere.
Okay, last question from Barry.
Jason, I've watched your guys sort of lay all the floors there. Very impressive. Are they available to come in and do sort of domestic work? Or,
Yes. All my fitters do pretty much everything. If I've got some that specialise in the trade, I try to keep them on it. The ones that you saw specialise on hard floors, so they'll do your laminates, your woods and your commercials, and then I've got others that will specialise in carpets. So I tend to try and keep them so that you've got the best of it.
I couldn't believe how good they were laying that sprung floor.
That sprung floor was 150 square metres, and about 4 days.
It was absolutely. It was a joy to watch it work. Really good.
Yes, yeah, it's quite mesmerising if you're in there. It's quite nice to stand back at the end of the day and see all this work.
Excellent. So.